Hey guys, this is the YouTube version of my show. I don't love the idea of even putting it out like this, but I'm going to use YouTube to stay in touch with you guys from now on. That means this version is missing all the stories about coronavirus, insurrection, your Second Amendment rights, and more. All of these, of course, are usually my most honest, brutal, and important stories. Anyway, you can get the entire unfiltered and uncensored show for free by going to thecomicsgym.com or nickdip.com. It's still free on both of these sites, too. And if you want extra content each day, join at patreon.com or thecomicsgym.com for the daily Encore show. Also, while you're on these sites, please make a contribution to keep this show free and check out my tour dates. I'll be in Phoenix, Raleigh, New York, and Texas in the up-and-coming months. Remember, you guys keep thinking it, I'll keep saying it, and please enjoy, and please share today's episode. Talk to you soon. I am so sick and tired of the liberal agenda that is destroying our country, from our schools to our workplaces to our media. It's literally everywhere. Well, everywhere maybe, but not this show. Never. Here you get the truth, unfiltered and unapologetic. I don't care if I hurt feelings or if I take a position that isn't agreeable or if I step on somebody's toes. I call them the way I see them, and then I put it out there for free. To keep this show free, I need your help. Please go to nickdip.com and make a contribution, or even better, subscribe at thecomicsgym.com or on Patreon today and get an extra Encore show each day. Discounts are on merchandise and a whole lot more. Thank you guys so much for watching, sharing, and contributing to the best show, in my opinion, on the internet and the most honest. You guys make it happen. Oh yeah, welcome to the show, final day of the week on a Thursday. How are you folks? Good to be with you. Obviously, Ukraine, all kinds of stuff going on down there. I don't know why they couldn't strafe. I don't know what NATO's for. Somebody's going to have to explain it to me. It seems like, I don't know if I said this yesterday, Putin is living in his head like in 1945, and the rest of the world, it seems, is like, we're past the war point in killing people, It sort of feels that way to me. But, that being said, you got that convoy 40 miles long. What better time to strafe a fucking, they're bumper to bumper. You blow up a couple of those. Maybe they did. I don't know, but who, look, I know it's complicated. You do that, be ready for, we can't do it. Because then we're in a hot war with Russia, and both of us have the nukes. Can't we have, fucking Germany? They like to kill people. Tell them it's Jews. Whatever. But anyhow, we'll get to that. That's like the lead story. I want to thank all you guys out there who sent me emails and well wishes about the passing of my best friend, Greg Zuck. I just want to show you something. It was my 60th birthday on January 31st. He was, 3 years ahead of me or 4 years? His birthday's like a few days before mine. And I had mentioned months ago that I wish I saved my college helmet from the University of Maine football, because I did with my high school one. And I just mentioned it in passing. And sure enough, a couple days after my birthday, he came up to our house, and this is what he made me. I actually sort of knew it was coming, because I said to my wife, I think I'm going to make myself a Maine helmet, to put on the shelf. This is in my office. And she's like, don't. And then I go, okay. And then she was showing me texts of Zuck working on this thing, and it was fucking making him nuts. He found this in Colorado. And actually, it's in a helmet from the 80s, which is when I played. You know, fucking might as well be leather. And he kept getting the wrong size M. He's like, you know, cockeyed. It was, and painting it and fucking, it took him like whatever. But he shows up with it. This is the type of guy he was. I mentioned it in passing. And yeah, so that every time I look at that now, it's actually a good memory. But him and my wife is more upset than me. They hit it off so well. Similar interests, history and shit. You know, they'd be out. You can't. There's so much history living here, Savannah. Everything's, you know. And I used to read history and loved it. Now I'm dead inside. I laid on the couch where they're checking out where the slaves came in and whatever the fucking. My wife's telling me that we did so many things together, and he said you should have been doing with us. And I go, now are you saying this to manipulate me into? You gonna drag me to all kinds of fucking antique shops and shit?
Well, now Gian and I are just gonna have to pull you out.
Oh Christ! Yeah, no. You know, my mother said that. My mother said that. She goes, "Your producer, it doesn't. He's like your only human friend now, right?" I go, "Yeah." And I told her all about human. You know what I mean? A live friend, physical. Zuck was the only guy. All my high school friends, you go your separate ways. Your college buddies, you go your separate ways. Even my brother Greg's been all over the country, but this guy was a constant in my life. Always there. And so much so, he was floating around. He was a little bit of a lost soul, Greg. Never had kids, never had a wife. Just sort of like Kung Fu, that show back in the day in the 70s. You sort of drifted from whatever. And when I moved down here, he bought a house 2.5 hours away in the middle of nowhere like cops do, and worked on it all friggin' for a year and a half. And he had hired a ex-convict to work on it with him. I mean, a fucking white dude with tattoos and prison tattoo, and Zuck hired him, and the guy was a great fucking worker. And so when we heard about this, me and my wife, our minds went right to him, which isn't really fair. But, you know, the lead detectives asked me if he had any. I said, there's only one guy that we can think that we don't, you know. Anyways, the type of guy he was, though. And, yeah, I don't think it's still sunk in yet. I feel like something's missing. I can feel it, almost like you lose a finger or something. There's something missing. It's a weird. With my dad, I knew it was coming because he was sick with Alzheimer's 6, 7 years. So, yeah, it was very sad, but I knew it was coming. This is just unexpected. But he always joked about how he would go because his family had no longevity. Always said shit like he was he was obsessed with that shit to the point where I used to have to yell at him. I go, look, I'm dark enough. I'm like a dark fucking cloud. I said, Jesus Christ. You make me look like a fucking carrot top. Relax. Anyways, so let's, what do we got? Lead story. Thank you guys again for all the support. Russian forces have captured their first major Ukraine city, Kherson. That's French. I'll say Kherson. Local officials have confirmed as the Kremlin vowed to continue the war until the end. I don't like the sound of that coming out of a nutcase. Local officials had initially contested Russia's claim that it had taken control of the crucial Black Sea port city of about 300,000 people early Wednesday, but they conceded defeat late last night when Mayor Igor Kolikayev detailed a series of new rules for citizens after armed visitors. Gee, are we still using? That reminds me now, another beef, nothing big. When did I become a guest when I go to a coffee shop or you go to Arby's or when they call you a guest now? What am I, fucking sleeping over tonight? Fucking, I'm a guest? Give me a hand job there, fucking 19-year-old behind the dumpster. What? Oh, he's a good-looking kid. Physique. Anyways, new rules for armed visitors. Storm this. Armed visitors. That's what the UK. This is where we are in the world. How about dirty, filthy Russian fucking invaders? We don't even say that in this country. Storm the city council, which included locals. Too bad they didn't storm. That's what we need. We need our army to fucking storm a school board meeting over here. Spray the. They'll probably be on the school board side. That's the sad part. anyways, which included locals allowed to go out only in pairs, and drivers having to go slow and being ready to show the contents of their transport at any moment.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No, Will Robinson. Danger.
The military will not be provoked. Stop at the first, this is the mayor talking. Stop at the first demand, he wrote in a Facebook post. So far, this is how it is, he conceded. He said that the Ukrainian flag was still flying, stressing, and to keep it the same, these requirements must be met. The mayor added he was willing to talk because of the huge difficulties faced since the invasion, including the collection and burial of the dead, as well as the delivery of food and medicine. We had no weapons and we're not aggressive. We showed that we are working to secure the city and trying to deal with the consequences of the invasion, he said. I made no promises to them. I just asked not to shoot people, he said. And of course, they responded.
It's a sick question. You're a sick fuck, and I'm not that sick that I'm going to answer.
Perfect English, this guy. It was a key breakthrough for Russia, which has faced mounting signs of trouble in the invasion, with demoralized troops meeting tougher resistance than they expected. Yeah, well, but the aggression continued for an eighth day Thursday, with a barrage of missiles continuing to hit several key cities, including Mariupol, whose mayor told CNN it had been shelled for 26 hours straight.
I'm staying right here.
Jesus Christ. That's the thing, man. You know, when they start hitting residential areas and fucking whatever, I don't think their bombs are as smart and precise as ours. They seem, you know, Putin's embarrassed. I feel like he's a football coach and first string went out there and shit the bed in the first quarter. And it's halftime now. He's fucking like Belichick. Here's what we're going to do. Blitz, blitz, blitz. There's pictures of Russian soldiers having tea and like crying and shit. So, look, I'd make fun of them, but after all the woke shit I heard about in our military and actual soldiers who defend that woke shit, I'm not going to make fun of nobody. But anyways.
Well, there are a ton of veterans right now that are actually headed over that aren't in anymore, obviously, and they actually had a problem getting over because of the visa requirements, which Zelensky lifted, so that way he could expedite.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Dallas already did his 2 tours, and he went back under a company. So veterans are going back. Now, when you say that, are they probably younger guys or no? Probably,
It's
right?
a good mix, actually.
Is that really?
A lot of guys my age are headed over, too.
No kidding. It's in their blood, huh? Fighting?
I'd be right over there with them, but, you know.
I know. You got a girlfriend, a wife, 2 kids, right? A couple of Puerto Rican kids that you don't know about that I do.
Don't hold that against me.
He goes, I'll be over there, but I got a steady girl. That's the reason I go over there. The fuck? I was looking at fucking signing up. They said, no, your fucking shoulders are asymmetrical, first of all. You get flat feet, which I really do. I don't think they'd hold that against me. And I like to suck a prick. So anyways, what? Gilligan, little buddy. Doop. But that is unbelievable. Think about that. Those guys already saw action. They're lucky they're alive, and they're going to go back. Somebody has to believe in it. Poor Gutfeld, he's got his mother-in-law over there. And he was trying to get an extraction team, and I think she might be coming back. I don't know, I'm not sure. Imagine. I'm hearing stuff. Can you hear it? I'm hearing guys talking. Is this show bugged?
Is it in Russian?
Yeah. Comrade, I have something interesting. Wolf Dragon. Colorful names. Abort immediately. I could hear it. Anyways. I have just a little static. That's all right. I don't think. It's fucking interesting, though. Gone. What is it? I wish these guys out there that let's move on. Hey, you know, we like that. Is it Lauren Boebert? I don't know her first name. I think it is. Lauren Boebert busting balls during the State of the Union. Anyways, I always say that the women in the Republican Party have a lot more balls. The Marjorie Taylor Greens and our friend Lauren Boebert, little cutie. Look at her. Looks like Tina Fey doing a character. Anyways, Boebert doubled down Wednesday. As you know, she was heckling the president. We showed that yesterday, right? She was heckling Biden during the State of the Union address over his chaotic Afghanistan withdrawal that left 13 U.S. soldiers dead, and she had the balls to let him know about it. This is why we like her. I'm loving it. She don't play. The left is, this is her talking, the left is pissed because I called out Biden's botched withdrawal from Afghanistan that left 13 of America's finest in a flag-draped coffin. They are mad because a speech was interrupted. Ask the families who's lost their loved ones how interrupted their lives are now. The Colorado Republican tweeted on Wednesday morning, which makes her a fucking bad person in D.C. Is the video coming? Sorry.
Right after this.
Right after, okay. The night before, Boebert shouted at the president as he spoke about veterans' exposure to toxic burn pits. What was he talking about then? Where?
He was talking about it whenever he was talking about how he was trying to bring his son Bo into the mix.
Oh, back in the day, they were exposed to this shit? Yeah. Mentioning his late son, Bo, in the process. But we'll show the clip again of her picking an opportune time. He says something about flag drape, and she used it to heckle him.
And they come home, many of the world's fittest and best trained warriors in the world. Never the same. Headaches, numbness, dizziness. A cancer that would put them in a flag draped coffin.
Well, whose fault is that?
I know.
You put them in there, 13 of them. And look at Miss Graham, Mrs. Lindsey Graham getting upset. And there's a black dude checking out her ass. I mean, I got to admit, the brothers are just like us. That transcends race, piggishness. Guaranteed he's looking at her ass. The woman in the front there, see her laughing? Guessing she's Republican. But there's Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I wouldn't wrestle. She looks like she could kill me in one move. And Lauren Boebert, and you know what? Fucking A. Like I said yesterday, I wish it was more like Parliament over in England, the way they do it, where you could, yeah, Eliza, boo! They boo and hiss and heckle and whatever. But he left an opening. You can't, look, I understand why people are pissed, because then it would just turn into shouting matches. It would be like doing comedy when people are drunk. I know that, anyways. But good for her. Good for you. Don't take no shit off nobody, Spider. The reference to the death of 13 U.S. service members who were killed in August bombing at the Kabul's airport drew shouted objections from other members, you know, the people that hate this country. The interjection drew comparisons from some commentators to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi ripping up her copy of then President Donald Trump's State of the Union address. Remember that? What's worse? I'd say that. Two words came out of their mouth, and that fucking...
She's a malignant.
She is, and she's 81. I cannot wait till we read in the paper she tripped over a clothes basket and fell down 14 flights. Of course, she wouldn't be doing her own laundry, but Boebert defended her remarks following Biden's speech, tweeting, "When Biden said flag-draped coffins, I couldn't stay silent. I told him directly he did it. He put 13 in there. Heroic servicemen and women deserve so much better." Amen. Her double-down defense comes as both current and former members of Congress on both sides of the aisle slammed her and fellow conservative rep Marjorie Taylor Greene for their heckling during Tuesday, like they've never done. My favorite one was that guy, was his Senator, is it Wilson or is that the movie, Senator Joe Wilson? But when you know who was talking, Obama, and he went, liar! His last name was Wilson. It was about health care or shit, I think. Anyways, I wanted to they should allow each side 3 heckles. Controlled heckling. But that speech was, I like I said, I changed the fucking channel. And I never do, even when I hate it. It was just so disgusting and dis-fucking honest. We're still buying oil from fucking Russia. And he's talking about putting how bad these sanctions are. They sort of cancel each other out. You're still buying oil. What? Just lie. Then he just starts listing shit. Better women's pregnant family leave. Then just a laundry list. And you're like, did he say he's going to do these things, or they should be? Anyways. Throughout Biden's speech, Green was spotted making face. Oh, fuck, I wish I read this last night. And muttering, particularly when the president, she was making faces, spoke out about administering COVID-19 vaccines to children. She also yelled out, build the wall, when Biden said that it was necessary to secure the border. Again, he's saying secure the border while he's bringing people in the fucking dark of night. What a piece of fucking human trash. And again, he's out of his mind. It's the AOCs, whoever else has their hand up his ass. Senator John Thune, Republican, told CBS Mornings Wednesday that the antics of Boebert and Green had been inappropriate.
Who gives a fuck what you think?
Yeah, Mr. Thune. He's usually pretty good. Let me ask you a question, Press. Did you ask all the other Republicans who said no problem? Interesting times, interesting times, interesting times. Where the fuck am I? What am I doing? My head's all over there. I wanted to, we got a sponsor read here. We're brought to you today by, and we've done this guy before, this is a good company, Super Ciciosa. Looking for an alternative to your morning coffee? I really am. My teeth are turning brown and, dehydrate you. And, so you're looking for an alternative to morning coffee or those sugary energy drinks? Super Speciosa is here with your new little helper, kratom powder. It just helps you feel good without feeling impaired. I love using it as a pre-workout supplement. It's better than the stuff the guys at the gym are using. Who knows what that is? I recommend their green strain capsules for beginners, and Super Speciosa is so confident in their product, they promise 100% satisfaction or your money back guaranteed. Try Kratom now and get 20% off. Go to getsuperleaf.com/NickDip and get 20% off with promo code NickDip. And that's not just for your first-time buys. Use my code as often as you order. That's getsuperleaf.com/NickDip and use promo code NickDip for 20% off. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA, which means it's probably good. The product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. We thank them for sponsoring the show. Speciosa. Ooh, crackage. Hey, how did that look the other day when I knocked Putin's head off? Did you guys enjoy that? I thought it was a nice visual touch. I don't condone violence unless it's a crazy dictator. Mentally ill chimp. Oh, I don't like that headline. That sounds, I got to talk to my other producer, Bobby. What's he, Bobby G? He writes these very ways. The man accused of smearing human feces, we showed you that, right? You can tell Tommy's not watching the show ever. All over a woman's face and head in New York City subway station. I think we showed you that a day or two ago. Told the judge at his arraignment, fuck you. And he called the jurist and his victim a bitch. Wonder if he be white. No. Got a white name, though. Frank Abroqua. There he is. 37 years old.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
Can I ask you a question, anybody out there? I understand there's a ton of mental illness out there, but why are the symptoms when it's in black people violence against other people? Nick, that's not true. White people, too. Not as much. Not as much. Again, in inner city, I understand. But it's very funny. They attack old white and Asian ladies and shit. I don't see old white crazy people doing that. They just lay in their own shit and shoot heroin like you're supposed to. Like a good homeless guy. Look at this fucking nutbag. He could be a rapist or a point guard for the fucking Lakers. What does that mean? I don't know. It sounded pretty funny when it came out of my fucking pie hole. Anyways, Frank Abroqua unleashed a tirade in front of a Bronx criminal court judge on Tuesday, barking that he was fucking tired of it.
You're out of order. You're out of order. The whole trial is out of order. They're out of order.
And then he stated, I'm hungry. Why am I still here? What do you got a fucking appointment at Le Cirque? Appointment. God damn, I blew the joke. A reservation. Cut. What do you got, a reservation at fucking Le Cirque? Why am I still here? They want to charge me with a hate crime. What would you call it? Do you know why he did it? He hit on her, and she reneged on his advances, and this is the response. And he's not like, he's just fucking, I don't want to say it, he's Polish. A Brokwa was reportedly arrested immediately after the court appearance in connection with a September 2021 hate crime in which he allegedly, you hearing this, folks? This was another hate crime, which he allegedly threatened to kill a Jewish man.
Get this through your head, you. Get this through your head, you Jew motherfucker, you.
That's funny. We've had a Ukrainian soldier that sounded like Pesci, and now this black. Prior to that, he was arrested on Monday in connection with his alleged February 21st attack against a 43-year-old woman. Police said the woman was sitting on a bench inside the Bronx subway station, East 241st Street, when he approached and struck her in the face and the back of the head with human feces. That's only happened to me once. I got a D in English, and my mother had just had the runs. But she said this before she did it.
Bon appetit.
Chilling video of the attack shows Eberklaw standing behind the woman as he continues to strike her in the head before walking away. Here's the jerk. Take another look. Oh, God help me, I can smell it from here. Nice guy. Nice guy.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape.
That lady had a really deep voice. He was ultimately charged with assault, reckless endangerment, menacing, disorderly conduct, and harassment. Look at him. Cuckoo. NBA. Smart enough to have an NBA. What the? He lost soul. I do. I want to go back to the parents or the guy or the woman who had him and say, you know what I mean? What he did was fuck and just forget about him. He's got a beautiful smile. Too bad he's throwing shit at people. A prosecutor at his Tuesday arraignment said Brockwell had previously encountered the woman minutes earlier when he tried hitting on her. What do you do hitting on somebody that's, hey man, want to dance right here? Hey mammy? That's what he said? Yeah. Hey mammy, why don't you talk to me? That's my opening line at Applebee's during happy hour. But when she reneged, he tucked into an open subway train and took a shit in the bag, says defecated, not as funny, before unleashing his disgusting attack. Excuse me. A criminal complaint related to the arrest describes how he smeared feces all over the woman's face, head, neck, shoulders, and back area. As he did, he allegedly said, like this bitch? Oh, just take him out, shoot him in the fucking mouth. When police interviewed him later, he told them, shit happens. This is him doing comedy. He goes, this is a shit situation. Oh my God. Anyways, that sound drop don't work. Brokwa had more to say during Tuesday night's court appearance. As the judge and attorneys discussed a protective order for the victim, he allegedly said, I don't know that bitch. According to the Daily News, after the judge suggested he discuss the cases with his attorney, Brokwa told her, why you disrespect... Boy, this guy's just every cliche. Why are you disrespecting me? Why am I being mistreated by the system? You see how ingrained it is in their head, the victimizer? Oh my God, it's so creepy. He reportedly added, I'm talking to my attorney, fuck you, bitch. Brokwa was released without bail, there you go, New York, in the case despite prosecutors' efforts, but was then rearrested to answer to the hate crime allegations. He boasts at least 20 unsealed prior arrests with charges consisting of robbery, assault, forcible touching, criminal possession of stolen property, and aggravated harassment. He's a walking cliche. He's a parody. I'll say it again. We don't have a crime problem. We have a black crime problem. Until, pick a news person. David Muir and ABC can say that out loud. Or even our president. Never going to get better. Because you guys are just, we're in a place where you just can't even fix it. If you don't have the balls to talk about it. Anyways, it's March already. That means I'm back on the road this month. You can find all the tour dates and ticket links on my website at nickdip.com. Here's what's on sale currently. March 25th, Hyenas Comedy Club in Dallas. The next night on the 26th, Hyenas Comedy Club Fort Worth. April 7 through 9, Comics at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. Excuse me. May 6th, Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. May 7th, the next night, the Paramount Theater in Peekskill, New York. September 9th, Soul Joel's Comedy Club in Royersford, Pennsylvania. The next night, September 10th, Algonquin Theater in Manasquan, New Jersey. And September 11th, Sugarloaf Performing Arts Center in Chester, New York. And again, you can get all the links and the information for the tickets. Click my tour button at nickdip.com. Dancing Fool, the headline. The FBI arrested an aspiring social media influencer. Aspiring. And influencer. That word, because nothing smart goes down on TikTok other than China using it to infiltrate us, whatever the fuck goes on technically behind it. You don't want to be an influencer on TikTok, do you? After the FBI connected him to a series of robberies by identifying sneakers in his TikTok video. Wonder what color this kid is. Michigan resident Chosen Terrell, is that his first name? Chosen? C-H-O-Z-N. So now black women are naming their kids like after local rappers or like the word you'd see on a hip-hop. Fucking Chosen. C-H-O-Z-N. Terrell Hannah, 22, could be seen dancing while wearing Nike sneakers with red spots on that match the shoes worn by an armed robber who had held up 4 stores from December to February. Jesus Christ. Oh, you talk about a black stereotype. You can check the 10 boxes watching this kid. Nick, we're all the same inside. No, we're as different as our skin color. Okay? This kid is a cliche. This could be 1970. He's so stupid he wears stolen property on a TikTok video. But let's take a look at this fucking parody of a young black guy.
They noticed similarities between him and the suspect described by witnesses. Specifically his hair color and the sneakers he wore in this video.
He's pretty good,
Investigators say they match the sneakers the suspect was wearing in surveillance video of the robberies.
Look at him. Here you go. It's not his fault, Nick. 300 years ago, his grandfather was enslaved. Is that right? Oh, is that what it is, really? What a dummy. What a fucking dummy. Grabbing his cock. Kid can move, so what? So can Dallas. Dallas tried to show me that move last time he was at my house. An anonymous tipster pointed agents to the Chosen World page on TikTok. Listen to this. This is the part that scares me. He has more than 140,000 followers. I'd like to know how many are white and find their addresses. And 1.6 million likes. He's more famous than me. Terrell Hannah allegedly robbed a 7-Eleven twice. Look at him. Purple hair, that's a sign of a fucking asshole. That mustache, what are you in, 4th grade? Robbed a 7-Eleven twice, folks. Do you understand that? Add that up, that's 1,422. And also robbed a gas station and a smoke shop. Are we checking all the boxes on black stereotypes? Seems like a clean-cut kid.
Oh, that dirty cocksucker.
The robber in each of the cases was wearing a hoodie sweatshirt, a mask, and white shoes. But during the last robbery, witnesses noticed pink hair visible under the mask. The Detroit News said, really?
Hey, where are the white women at?
On TikTok, playing to themselves here. Quick moves. Authorities told the outlet that they watched dozens of his social media videos and noticed he matched up with witnesses' descriptions. In one video, he's dancing and singing a song with partially dyed pink hair visible. Again, this is street cred. He gets busted. You understand? It's all street cred in the black community. The FBI also said once it tracked Terrell Hanna after obtaining a warrant, cell phone data showed him in the area of the robberies during a raid of his residence. Could you be any more guilty? During a raid of his residence, agents found the Glock handgun, checked that box, and unique shoes. Important things that's important to the black men. Sneakers, gun, dancing. Pussy! After his arrest on Wednesday, he allegedly admitted to the robberies. How couldn't you? You got enough evidence there to put you away for almost a week. He is awaiting a hearing in federal court in Detroit, facing charges of shitty dancing, shitty hair, horseshit mustache, affecting interstate commerce, and possessing a firearm during the violent crime. Oh, you're in deep shit.
Bye-bye, dickhead.
Let me put on my stolen shit. Well, actually, it's not stolen, but let me put on the shoes I was wearing when I robbed people and go on TikTok. I bet you he comes from a two-parent household, huh? Yeah. Try it this way, fellas. Sometimes a nice change. Little tip from Uncle Nick. That was creepy. Come over here, Teddy. I want to tell you something. You get tired of jerking off.
You ever watch Gladiator movies, Timmy?
Yeah, here you go. Hey, somebody tell Mike Lindell you can't just put the word my in front of anything and call it my slippers, my TVs, my fucking, you notice this? My prostitutes. Let's move on, shall we, to the next story? And a Stanford University soccer player who helped secure the school's 2019 NCAA Women's Soccer Championship was found dead in a campus residence, school officials said on Wednesday.
I don't know nothing about that.
Katie Meyer was a senior international relations major. First of all, if you're going to Stanford, you sharp as a tack, and she's probably on scholarship. Those are the people who, not the last guy dancing on TikTok. He'll live, well, anyways. Senior international relations major and team captain and goalkeeper on the Stanford soccer team, the school said. Katie was extraordinarily committed to everything and everyone in her world. Susie Brubaker-Cole, the vice provost for student affairs and director of athletics, Bernard Muir, said in a statement. Beautiful young girl. Boy, the soccer, right? Remember a couple months ago, about 4 of them dropped that? More than that. We reported 4 within a week, and then a couple more after that. And so the moral of the story is soccer sucks. Don't play it. Kills people. It's like cigarettes. Meyer's cause of death. Oh, really? Here we go again. Not disclosed by the school. Let me take a guess. Let Nick put it together. Again. Oh, my God. What happened? I read where Stanford students all had to be. Oh, Nick, you're being paranoid. No, I'm not. So the cause wasn't disclosed. Like Bob Saget. Oh, he banged his head. Yeah, okay, if you say so. Brubaker-Cole earlier assured the campus community there was no threat to their safety other than me making you get you dinkweed. You fucking... This smells fishy.
I'm going to find out what the hell happened here.
Sure I will. CNN has reached out to the look at little cutie. saying, what a fucking harm. That's somebody's kid. Jesus Christ, she couldn't look any healthier. CNN has reached out again to the Santa Clara County Coroner's Office and Stanford University Police for additional information on the cause and circumstances. They said we have to talk to Joe Biden first before we can tell you anything. Anyway, surrounding her death. I hope they do a follow-up, because I don't think they do in these stories. They hope we forget. And what up? Again, I don't know, but remember that cluster of soccer players in Europe, was it? Were they in Europe? Like 4 of them. Like in their 20s or 30s. Best shape of their lives. And now her parents have to wonder about that. Hey, before I go this weekend, as always, I'd like to thank you guys who contribute to the show financially. It's how we keep a show on the internet. And it's you guys with a backbone. One-time contributions, Oystein Neissether, I hope I'm saying that right, Norway. Stephen Hughes of Texas. Buddy Larry Ramey in Ohio. Jason Posey of Florida. Of course, our buddy Paul Sagnella in Connecticut. Kevin Mitsopoulos, Canada. David Hertz of California. Kit Fortney, Michigan. R.I.P. Greg Zuck, Washington. Thank you, whoever did that, my buddy Greg. Hollywood Looks, New York, New York. Gregory Burt of Maryland. Robert Curley, and new monthly supporters right here in our show. Morgan, Arizona. A buddy named Riley. Steve Stanley. The Beatles. Steve Stanley from Kansas. And Scott Brown of Maryland. Joseph Hirsch of Ohio. Tyler Moore of Ohio. David Smith of Georgia. We thank all of you guys for your contributions, and can't do it without you. You know that. That's it for the week. Thank you again for all your support, as me and my wife go through a little bit of a tough time getting over this guy who is supposed to be heading up here this weekend. Anytime there was big UFC fights, I'd call him. Haven't missed one in whatever. So, thank you guys so much. Don't forget patreon.com. Sign up there, thecomicsgym.com. And don't forget cameo.com. If you want me to roast a friend or relative, go to cameo.com. I'll make a recording on my phone. Got a couple waiting for me now. And, we'll zing your friends or relatives. It's a lot of fun. You think it, I'll say it. You're very welcome. We'll see you back here on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody.